We don't have anybody in the room. Ah. Hello, hello. We are live, Dean. And we're going to wait a minute to allow people to come in.
We are live, Dean. And we're going to wait a minute to allow people to come in. We are live, Dean.
Okay. Give it as a feedback here.
Oh, excuse me.
You're excused.
Let me see.
Let me chat back up. This is weird. Well, how are you doing today? We can chit chat while people are noticing that we're in.
I'm doing good.
Hi, Patty. You're the first one in. I was getting a little worried. Here's George. Hi, George. How are you feeling today, George? Good, I hope. Hey, I was going to say, George, well, we're just getting started, but that reading last night on your question about the DA, I got it backwards. I was thinking it was the two prosecutors that left that were at issue. It's Briggs. When I went back and found the article about what was happening with that, as soon as I read it, I went, "Oh, it's the DA's the problem. The DA's compromised." And then later today, I saw Dave Johnson reading on it, and he got the same hit I did after the show. In fact, I had even sent Dina text last night. Oh, I got that one backwards. It was the DA, not the prosecutors, that was the issue. So, but then Dave Johnson read on it today and got the same thing. It's the DA. So, my bad. I was reading it wrong. Of course, I didn't know anything about the story, so I wasn't picking up direct energy from it. So, the cards were right. I thinking it was the prosecutors was wrong. It's the AG, the federal AG that took Cy Vance's position that was got his hands dirty and is compromised. And go watch Dave Johnson's meditation on it. Is really good, and it agrees with my reading last night that I got backwards. I had that problem being with the prosecutors rather than the district attorney himself. So he's came in compromised with mafia ties, with pressure from the outside. So that's a problem on that. Anyways, I'm always first to admit when I got one wrong, though. Hi, Clarence. How are you doing, Clarence? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Are you staying with your mom now? Well, George, get something to eat.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Patty.
Patty. We're doing generals or any topic anybody wants today. It's an open forum. Have I showed you this deck?
Nope.
Some neat little cards in here. This is Temperance. Can't remember what it's called. Let's see. It came with it had a reading cloth that went with the cards, and I bought the reading cloth too. But I thought the deck was on it.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, Miss May.
Hi, Sharon. Sharon's listening in the car. Hi, Miss May. Miss May, are you in California? I think it's Miss May that's in California. I can't remember if it's Miss May that's in California or not. I don't know. I'm in Central California. It has been freezing here. It was 28 degrees here this morning. Yes, all of California is not warm and sunny. 28 degrees this morning. Everything covered in frost, heavy frost. And it only got 58 degrees. And it took it till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to get 58. And it's already dropped. It's 4 here now, and it's already dropped back down to 50. So it's freezing here. Oh, she's in Modesto. Yeah, you're up further north. Are you getting the freezing cold up there too? Down here in the South Valley, we are cold. I'm glad I just don't live near the orange groves because I don't want to hear the helicopters coming in all night. When it gets under 30, when it gets under 32, all the windmills go on in the orchards, and oh my God, it sounds like Vietnam and incoming. It's crazy. And I live about a mile from walnut orchards, and then a couple miles from several dairies. So a lot of dairies in my town. Oh, you're 80 degrees in Modesto? That's not fair. Since some of the, well, I don't know. I think I'll stick with it. We got a storm coming in either tonight or tomorrow. So we've got another storm coming in from from the northwest in. So we could use the rain down here. So we'll definitely hold out for the rain. But I got a lot of yard work done because we got a huge thunderstorm come through yesterday, and hail, and it was something else. It just literally, this storm head came in, it was over us. It just let loose thunder, lightning all at once, and downpoured, and then started hailing. It was crazy. Temperature dropped 15 degrees. And but my flower beds were nice and soft. I pulled out one of my flower beds completely this morning, so clean that up. Oh yeah, it was 80 degrees here 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we had a high of 58, and we were 28 this morning. So, and we're supposed to get that again tonight. So, and Modesto's like Modesto's about mid valley. It's not quite total North Valley. You're up above Fresno, if I remember right. I'm below Fresno. I'm between Fresno and Bakersfield. further north that you go in California, the nicer it is. So the air is cleaner further north you go. It sort of soup bowls down Bakersfield as it tries to get over Tehachapi Pass and into LA. Oh, Patty's in Florida. In sunny Florida. Yeah, but Florida gets really, really humid. When we get hot here, we get the 110, 115s, but it's not, it doesn't have the high humidity. Yeah, she's Mid-Valley. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, just north of Fresno. So does anybody have any questions today, or do we have to make our own up? Do you have any questions today, Dean?
No, I don't.
The only question he had before we went live was, is tomorrow going to be a snow day or not? We got a promising yes. So online schooling.
Riverside, California. Hattie G says she has family in Riverside.
I used to live just on the San Bernardino, LA County San Bernardino border, right? I lived in Laverne, which is near Claremont, right in that area, next to Pomona, which is not such a great place. Back when I lived there, it was when the 210 ended at Laverne. Was the end of the 210. It goes all the way through now to San Bernardino now.
Miss May saying she's worried for the Ukraine. God help them. I honestly feel like it's not gonna be that. I feel like it's not gonna be that bad because it's not gonna last very long. I don't feel like it's gonna be short lived.
Oh, I think it's going to last 18 months to 2 years, but I think I think there are going to be a lot of people killed in the scrimmages, but NATO's coming in quickly, and I caught a report with the UK today, and Boris Johnson and other prime ministers vowing that all the extreme sanctions were going to be implied to Russia, and they were sending military forces and arms over to Ukraine in support of their efforts. I don't know if they're going to go boots on the ground or not, but the UK is extremely concerned because the Ukraine is part of the gateway into Europe, and nobody wants Russia to take control of that. If you didn't catch my earlier show today, I did a live on some of the visions I was dreaming about last night. And then I realized as I'm watching footage that part of my vision was I was astral projecting over into what was actually in real time. But yeah, I'm more worried about not just the Ukrainian people, but Russia wants to become Putin wants to become a czar. He wants to become the czar and recapture all the Russian territory from the old USSR. And I'm not only worried about his trying to take over the Ukraine, but hitting Poland, Czechoslovakia. The two countries that stand out to me is going to be Poland and with a B. Belarus, I think is Belarus. It's, I have to look it up on my phone. Take a second. I put it in an email to somebody because I was getting a hit on it and I couldn't remember the name. Belarus. I had it. Brain fog. Yeah, I'm really concerned about Belarus. I don't know why. And Poland.
Hey, Viviani.
But that's part of the reason why NATO is sending. That's why America and all the different countries are sending enforcement troops that are NATO allies to all the supporting surrounding countries to keep invasions from happening. But I do think NATO armed forces will have boots on the ground to help the Ukrainian people. And I think there's a lot of concerns about their telecommunication systems and protecting Kyiv. Right now, the bombing and airstrikes are targeting very specific targets. They're not hitting civilian facilities like schools and churches and things like that. They're hitting military sites where they know there are soldiers, where they know there are weapons, guns, tanks, stuff like that. They're trying to take the resources away. So we all need to do a great big prayer of protection for all the people of the Ukraine region and all the surrounding countries around them, and to any of our soldiers that are boots on the ground helping train these people, because we do have special forces in there, teaching people how to operate the weaponry and stuff like that that the United States and other countries are providing them. They are. I heard a report that Ukraine are handing out arms to their civilians. They've all been trained. I watched a program not too long ago. They were training everybody that wanted to learn how to shoot guns, automatic weapons, etc., to defend their own country. So if they've gone through the training, they're trying to get as many arms out there so the civilians can protect themselves against a Russian invasion. They've been training for some time now. So our prayers and our heart and our souls go to them in protection. So, hello, Trina. Will Canada help?
I believe so because I
Yes.
saw the Prime Minister talking on it briefly.
Yes, Canada is part of NATO, so yes, Canada will be involved in helping. All the NATO countries are stepping forward.
Do you want to do a quick reading on that, though, Kathy? Since we have no other readings. Okay, so how is NATO going to support the Ukrainians?
Well, how are we going to get? Well, okay, yeah. Never mind. How are we going to get that out of the cards? It will show up.
Well, we know that, but
will NATO be putting boots on the ground? Is that what we want to ask? Or how will they support Ukraine?
Yeah, how they support.
Will they be supporting Ukraine? Oh, sorry about that. Look at the nostalgia card at the bottom, which I'm thinking they'll be in support of this UN and NATO, like they did in World War II, pulling forces together and all that. It'll be a replica of all the strength that we had in World War II against the Nazis. Yes, and I'm hearing yes, against the Nazi regime. They will be sending the knights forward, and we will reap what we sow. And we get an ace, a fire, strength. So NATO's extremely worried right now about what's going on in the Ukraine. They are all pulling their swords together, though, in their worry. They're standing up to the king or to Putin. They're rising above him as the king of cups. They're taking emotional stand on this. They do not want to allow this to happen. They will be moving in swiftly with the Eight of Wands. They've been watching everything going on. They're watching the shadow side of Putin. They're tracking his every move. They're tracking movements of all his military, his placements, all his strategic placements of his army, etc. So they've got him, they've got an eye on him from every single direction. Not only that, but the allied countries are surrounding him and all the countries surrounding it. So if for some reason our country's boots go on the ground to stop Putin, we've got him surrounded. Realize that. And they're going in with full strength and power. And I think the strength card is representing not only the strength of the army, but the strength of every single sanction, monetary, trade, etc., that they can impact. They're going to cut Russia off. And unfortunately, it's going to have a huge impact on their people. But it's the only way they can take control, because if they chokehold the country will also start revolting against Putin as well. And I do see that coming. Not only the oligarchs, but I see the people uprising against his actions. They don't want to go to war.
Nice, Sharon.
What did Sharon say?
Treating myself. Just ordered a pad Thai takeout.
Ooh, yum. I'm still waiting for your
Clarence,
warmth
I
on
say
that.
yes. They're gonna help. I mean, we can read on it, but they'll help.
Oh, all the countries are helping. They're supplying him with arms. They're supplying him with communication systems that they're having they have a lack of satellite communication systems. That's all being brought in for them, because they know they're getting cyber attacks, and that Russia will take their telecommunication systems out, and so they need the backup satellite systems to come in to be able to communicate from agency to agency and from their military and their command centers. So they are getting that in and getting them up and running in that regard. So, hi Aspie and hi Mama B.
Are you done, Kathy?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I should have told you that.
So it's all about judgment. I got judgment here. So whatever they're doing, there will be hell to pay. They're going to be held accountable. Or I would say, I mean, the powers that be are going to hold those who are accountable for causing this tandem accountable. I do have like NATO spearheading the way through with the Nine of Wands. They're going to offer the help and the support to protect that rod, which is Ukraine. I feel like there might be some opposition at first. I guess working out the kinks or the agreements, the underlining who's going to be in charge of who, what, when, where. Because I think right now that's kind of working against them with the Two of Cups. Okay, so it's partnerships and deals that might kind of like it's all in the mix. It's like right now it's what's preventing them, I guess, from moving forward. I do feel that things will be worked out. Things are going to be aggressively moving fast with the Chariot moving forward. Okay, and I think it's going to be a liberating for all peoples involved with the Eight of Swords. The chains that bind us will set us free. So like the miscommunication, the bondage, all the extra in between, however you look at that, it's going to be a freeing moment. So I also have that it's going to it's going to bring together it's going to bring together people. It's going to unite people, and it's going to bring a balance of well-being, trust, power. It's also going to support new ideas. Every pinnacle is going to be healed in this, whether it's in relationships, ideals, finance, health. I mean, anything and everything you can think of that a pinnacle would be, would all heal. Okay. I feel like whoever's going to be in charge of this is going to have the fuck you attitude because I have the Queen of Rods here, and she's going to like make sure that things get handled swiftly and diligently. I also feel that again, it's going to be a time of healing, and I say this because I also have the star, and I have actually, it's all about healing. I think this is a process all about healing and reconciliation because I have the star, the death, and I also have temperance. So that's the how it all ends in temperance, healing, finding that balance, that support structure. That's what I'm getting. I mean, I don't feel like it's going to be something that's going to be long and drawn out. I think it's going to be, and I mean, if it is, it's because of the partnerships and deals that need to be made in order to.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it a 10-year war or anything like that, long and drawn out, but I do see that it may go 18 months to up to 2 years, unfortunately. But, for combat, that is a very swift time period when we're talking about major world powers coming together. I do have a question, though, before I get to some of the, we have a couple of questions that are posted. I wanted to know, and it's something that Scarlett and I were talking about this afternoon. Will NATO make Ukraine a member while this is going on, or shortly thereafter? And I threw cards on it. You want to throw cards on that too, Dean?
Cards on what?
Will NATO bring Ukraine in as part of a NATO member in the next 6 months while this is going on, or shortly after it ends? Will they come on board?
So will NATO bring Ukraine in? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, as a Ukrainian, as a NATO country, a NATO allied country.
I hear yes.
Yeah, I got a yes card too. I pulled 3 cards and then I clarified the 2.
I didn't use a pendulum. I'm just hearing yes.
Yeah, I heard the word yes. That's the question. But I also pulled the yes card. I got the Ace of Swords as my yes. I pulled 3 cards. The first card I got was the Devil, and this is Putin. And as soon as I turned this over, I knew this was Putin coming towards them. And this is Ukraine working hard and planning with NATO to how to get a handle on this, get control, and that yes, they would be bringing them in. I was trying to get clarifications. Will this be while this is going on, or will it be after? I got the Knights coming forward, which is the underlying of the deck. They will be given options to join, but I'm not getting any kind of time frame. I'm thinking it's going to be after the fighting stops, because I've got the soldier, the 4 of Swords, which is the soldier after battle, reflecting on his survival after battle. So I do see that Ukraine will survive this as a country. I get the Hierophant. They will be moving into their own strength and power, and they will become part of the NATO family with that 4 of Wands. In regards to Putin, which I was curious of, why did Putin show up at the beginning of this? I'm getting the Five of Wands. I'm reading that as there's going to be a lot of civil unrest in Russia due to these actions. Russia doesn't want to be in this. The people are going to stand up against this war. He pretends like he's doing this for the country, giving penance to the country to regain all this, But what he's doing is he's leaving his entire country out in the cold, cut off from everybody in the process of this. And that's why they're going to end up with a civil uprising against him. So I'm not thinking it's looking good for Putin at all. I think the man's cheese is slipping off his cracker.
Well, I got a yes on this. They're going to pull him into NATO, but I'm not. It wasn't a hard yes. I got 2 yeses and a no, actually. But if I read this as a spread, it's with the 10 of swords. I don't think they're going to have any other choice but to run to NATO. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like there's going to be any choice because they're going to catapult them into the future and the ways of doing things. And again, it's going to look bright with the world. So for them. So I feel like they don't have any other choice but to agree to be part of NATO at that point, to put their application into being part of NATO. But I don't feel like they're going to have a choice to. So, Kathy, I sent you a private chat message.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it. Don't want to do it. Because I feel like we do that kind of thing all the time. I'm just, no.
For some reason, I'm not getting the private.
You don't see the private chat? Switch over to private chat.
Oh, wrong button. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Mama B, we do see your question. I'm not understanding the energy around this, so it's something that I think we're going to not read on. I'm sorry. It's got some confusing energy, and I don't know. But it's one thing that tonight, as readers, had decided when we get uncertain energy coming on a question, that if we're not feeling comfortable with it, we will choose not to read. But if you do want private reading, email me. I can look at it privately. I'm good with that. Just my email is like charles333@gmail.com. I'll be happy to do a private for you at no charge. But I'm mixed, yeah. So we'll do that privately if you'd like. And Patty G does have a question, though.
Ooh.
Will my daughter Jennifer get hired from Royal Caribbean Cruise or Carnival Cruise Line? She was interviewed recently. Wow, that'd be a fun job.
I heard yes.
I'm hearing yes. Which one I don't know. I could run maybe 3 on each and see which one is the most positive.
Okay, let's see. I'm feeling I'm leaning more towards Carnival. I don't know why.
So Caribbean. What? Carnival. Yeah, it's going to be Carnival. Caribbean as she may get an offer from Caribbean, but it's not going to be a good offer. She is considered, and they see her strengths. But the Carnival or the Caribbean, which is it? No, Carnival. Carnival's the positive one. Carnival, I get the moon, and then she's gonna have options. So I don't know if she's gonna have option on which voyages she gets to, what ship she serves on or whatever. But then I get the Six of Cups. Yeah, it's happy, it's joyous. Her cups are full. She's gonna really like working there. I'm feeling really good energy on it. Queen of Cups. She's represented by the Queen of Cups. So yes, she will get employed. I think she'll get offers from both, but I think her best offer is going to be the Carnival. What are you getting, Dean?
I'm sticking with Carnival. That's what I felt. I'm just going to go with it. Carnival.
Did you get cards on it, or did you just not throw?
No, I threw, but I'm still feeling Carnival, and in the Carnival, I got positive cards for Carnival. Okay. She's gonna have options. She's gonna have the Wheel of Fortune. She has the Wheel of Fortune. She has 10 of Pentacles. It's gonna give her like that stability to do anything she wants. And also get the Judgment. So I feel with this Judgment, it's not so much as a negative as it is a positive. I feel like this Judgment's going to allow her to be able to stand her light and to do the kind of things she wants to pursue. But if I went with the Caribbean, they're going to offer her a deal with the Three of Pentacles, right? But I guess it's like a binding contract that comes with conditions. That's how I'm getting off this Three of Pentacles.
Yeah, I got this Three of Pentacles on that too.
I feel like with this, the conditions are not going to be everything she expects because I got the Devil in this. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to read that energy. I mean, I just feel like it's all about.
That's what I got for the Caribbean. It's the heartbreak. Whoops.
Yeah, the Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be heartbreak. The Three of Pentacles, and I think you're right. It's conditions to the job. It has some strings. It won't be bad, but the better offer is going to be with Carnival. Happiness. Option.
I mean, with the Royal Caribbean, I feel like it's going to allow her to have it's more prestige, I guess, in a way. Like it allow her to be seen in various capacities with the with this what's this the Seven of Cups. I'm seeing like all those different, or this could be like all the conditions and hoops that she has to jump through just to maintain her job when they're. I feel like this is the Devil's a controlling factor in this, like a controlling card. We have you're just a number. We can get rid of you, hire you, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like with this one's a negative tone to it, even though it'll be okay. It's negative. And it's like she's gonna, I don't know. I don't like that energy from the Carnival. I'll just be honest. I don't. I just think she's gonna be happier. And I think she's gonna choose the
Royal Caribbean.
Yeah. But I
think Carnival's going to give her the best option package, with discounted trips for family and choices of what cruise she can put in, requests to be a party of, things like that. I think the option package and the growth package is going to be better with the Carnival cruises.
And I just asked the Pendulum, and she's going to accept the offer with the Carnival, not the Caribbean. But then again, things can change with free will, right?
Yep. Let's see. I'm going to ask which one will come first. Will Carnival cruise offer come first for her? Yeah, they're going to be the first offer. Carnival Caribbean cruise come in within the same week. Will be the offer. Okay. she's going to hear back from Royal Caribbean, but it's going to be a later offer. Her first offer, it looks like, from my pendulum, is going to be from Carnival. Will Carnival be her best option for overall employment? And my pendulum said yes. Out of the two choices, Carnival's going to give her the best employment options, best employment packet. So, okay. Yeah, let me. Yeah, Mama Bear, if you reach out to me by email, let me know, and that it's for a reading, and that you're Mama Bear, because your emails probably doesn't come up as Mama Bear. Yeah. I'm looking for questions. Have you seen any pop up? This one. Snowball wants to know if he'll hear back from his friends Erica and Frank. I heard yes, but I don't know if it's both of them or one of them.
I feel like it's going to be one. It's going to be Erica.
Erica. Yeah, I'm hearing Erica. You'll hear back from Erica.
Let's see. One friend, both names. Oh. So that's the same person?
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Erica and Frank is one person.
Okay.
Well, you're going to hear back from the Erica side. Looks like he or she has had some difficulty in the resting, and there's been a bit of a struggle with that 5 of cups and 3 cups down, 2 cups up. They're not necessarily working in the positive side, but I think reaching out with you and connecting is going to give them a 10 of Pentacles. I think it'll be a happy reunion, a happy contact. It'll be uplifting for both of you. Yeah, and it's a leap of faith. I'm not feeling like this is a foolish trend. I think this is getting back in touch with each other is a leap of faith of rekindling a friendship. And yeah, I see the stars coming out in that. So yeah, it's a good thing. Very positive. I think reaching out to each other is going to be very positive for both of you. So let me know. And I'm not placing who Erica is right offhand. Snow Wolf and I are friends, so.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this person went away to, I guess, recoup, to like reground themselves, to figure out who they are, what they want. I don't know if that means anything to you, because I got the 4 swords right here. I also feel like it will be the Erica side, because she's showing up as like the Page of Cups, ready to express love, to show love. I also see that um, with the Knight of Wands, it's like returning back to the past, I guess. Returning back because the way in the spread this night goes, it's returning, I guess, back to the way things made sense. I guess that there was some internal conflicts where she was involved or concerned. I mean, there's a five of wands there, so there's five of wands is like conflict, defensive. I would say more defensive than the five of swords, but there's something there. But it's going to come back to celebrating and with friends, a time of joy, a time of peace, and then again more another celebration card. I got the three cups and the four wands. How good is that? I mean, the resurrection of the return of a good friendship, love, peace, harmony, security. So that's what I got. Still,
It sounds very positive. It's going to be a very positive reunion.
reunification.
Yeah, which is always nice. Clarence wants to know, is Canada going to help in Ukraine?
I said yes.
And I said yes too. You hear that? It's a big yes. It's not even.
It's not even questionable. It's just like
above.
It's like this. Are they going to help? Yes.
Yes. It's like no question. It's just an instant answer. So I don't even.
But I will throw cards on it. I mean, but I think it's silly because I'm hearing yes.
Yeah.
Okay, will Canada, will Canada help the Ukraine debacle? Will Canada help with the Ukraine debacle? I hear yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Yes, I'll be moving swiftly. How's this? The Eight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the World. Like the world of NATO, for world peace, for world strength. Yes, they are part of NATO, and they will be in full-born support in all actions involving the support of Ukraine. But yes, part of the World Alliance.
Oh, you're gonna love this reading, Kathy. You're gonna love this.
Yes.
They're gonna help bring the thunder down.
All right, I like
with
that.
The magician. So yeah, I don't know how involved they're going to be, but I know they're orchestrating something within the works and how they're helping. Because I mean, the magician, the orchestration, and figuring shit out. That's what I'm gonna say. They're figuring shit out. They're gonna move swiftly and control that as the Queen of Wands. They're gonna hold people accountable. They're going to blow some shit up, take some shit down. They're gonna offer the love and support and help rebuild again.
Yep.
So again, yes.
Just like the United States, just like all of the NATO countries, there is not a country, one that's not part of NATO, that is not stepping forward in the support of Ukraine in this matter. Nobody wants a world war. I know when I was having my dream and my vision last night, I was having like PTSD, like, oh no, not again, not again. And I was thinking about it later this afternoon. I was doing that. I was like, God, it felt so real in the dream, like I was there, boots on the ground. And it was like when the bombing started, I felt like it was where the bombs were going off. And that's what I was seeing. And I thought, not again, not again. Oh, I don't want another war. I can't do this again. And I was having like past life regressive memories of being killed in wars and having gone through this again and again. And We can't let this happen again. You know, it was just a uncanny feeling. But anyways, enough of that. As I told Dean this morning, I said, you know, I like being psychic, but the one part I hate about being psychic is when this kind of stuff happens. I am so visual that it impacts my sleep terribly. Okay, I gotta post this up so I can read it better. The Dow Jones closed, the UP, NASDAQ closed up, and the S&P closed. UP speaks volumes according to the conflict. World knows Putin's scared. Oh, absolutely. Did anybody see the reports from the UK? I caught a live with Boris Johnson in Parliament, and Parliament members standing up in support of Boris Johnson, which I don't really care for him, but in support of the actions of holding Putin to the highest standards of sanctions, along with sending arms, sending troops, etc., whatever they need in support of that country. So I'm happy to hear that. Ukraine should. George said Ukraine should be part of NATO immediately. I totally agree. That allows us all to back them. Snowwolf said, told you so, Kathy. Told me so what? You'll tell me later. Trudeau had an emergency press conference addressing our nation. This is from Sharon Lee at Strawberry Rhubarb. He has enacted a lot of financial sanctions and will hurt the Russian elites. The oligarchs will be livid. Yes, I agree. The devil is Putin, but you got the devil card twice for me. Oh no. Am I as bad as Putin? Now, I don't remember getting the devil card for you twice, but the devil doesn't always mean the same thing in every reading. And if I remember right, it may have been a reading about a breakup that you've already been through. I would have to go back and watch the video now, George, because if I channeled any part of that, I can't remember the reading. And I tend to channel while I read, so I don't have a lot of control when spirit comes in and I'm channeling information versus the reading. So I would actually have to go back and look at it. No, but I don't feel devil energy around you, George. And on political readings, the devil definitely means more greed, avarice. It has more negative connotation. Just like if I get a tower for Trump, it's going to mean very differently in your reading than it would in Trump. Trump, it would be read most often like his loss of his structure, his loss of his properties, his loss of his stronghold. Where in your reading, it could be a loss, but you're left with a foundation that you can rebuild. It depends on the cards that fall around those cards and the energy that I'm picking up in the reading or Dean's picking up when we're reading that. So, good questions to ask when we're actually throwing the cards. Is that, what does that devil mean? What is it representing in this reading? But I will go back and look at it, George. because now I'm curious to what the reading was. And I don't rewatch a lot of my videos because I don't like watching myself. It's like watching my mother read, which I know Sharon gets that. I know Dean doesn't like watching himself read either. It's really hard to watch yourself. I know a lot of actors and actresses that are movie stars that have a really hard time watching their own movies. It's just really hard. Canada has sent funds to help supply Ukraine refugees fleeing to Poland. Good, good. NATO has already applied to what? Snow.
Oh, Clarence says, why are people so mad at Biden now, or right now? He ain't doing enough. Saying that he ain't doing enough. I think he is. I don't know. I'll pull some cards on it. I have mixed feelings about the man. I ain't ashamed to say it. So
I think he's doing a lot right now. I think they have laid out a strategic plan on what they're doing first, what they're doing next, and how they're building up the pressure. And who's screaming he's not doing enough is Trump and his GOP sounding boxes. But then people like Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene and the one in the wheelchair, Madison and stuff like that are going out and going, Putin's such a great guy. I don't know why people aren't supporting him. And so, I mean, come on, give him a break. And realize if Trump was in office right now, he'd be sending U.S. troops to help Russia. Probably was a lot of conflict going on in that. I'm gonna get up real quick. And what was our question?
It was one that Clarence posted out about people are saying Biden basically isn't doing enough. Why are people so mad? When
So
I honestly think he's doing what he can. I got the Sun card here. That's the most positive card in the deck. And he came up as the Sun, okay? It's like people always look at him as the president for answers, or any president for that matter. They look at them like, oh, the sun and the sun sets and the moon rises, and vice versa. In this man, okay, you have to understand he's of the flesh. He is a man, and he's also imperfect, as most people are. You have to understand too that just because he has the power to, doesn't mean that he can be like the great and powerful Oz that people would, or any president for that matter, because he has to answer to everybody, and everybody has to answer
to the Senate.
Yeah, I mean, he can't just do anything. There's rules to the politics, and he's stuck in with what he can do, his limitations, as well as the Senate and the House, all of that. Okay, and I got this opposing him, which is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight as ever, and those are the Pentacles is everything that's on his plate, from Corona bullshit to jobs to health, secure, anything and everything a Pentacle can be. It's all on his plate. He's juggling all these balls like any other president would. So I say, cut the man some slack. I mean, I can't stand it personally myself, but cut the man some slack. Anyways, let's see. What do we have here? Underneath, again, the Seven of Cups. And we also have to remind ourselves, he also himself has health issues as well. So again, cut the man some slack. Anyways, we also see right now on the surface beneath everything, there's all these balls he has to jiggle between his health and the health of everybody. It's like those pentacles. Those pentacles are right there on his wall right there. Even though these are cups, these are all the pentacles, all the hoopla, all the stuff that's floating around in his head that needs addressed. He's one person. He's not going to address anything, everything during his term. No president does. So let's just be real here. That's beneath. On the top, we got Judgment. Of course, everybody who's anybody is going to judge the man no matter what. This is going to be true of the Senate, the House, the judges and all that. People are going to be judging no matter what. Why? Because we're judging people. We don't have anything else better to do but to be hypocrites and judges. And see the past. The past, let's see. We had the Page of Wands.
Amendment right.
What?
It's our First Amendment right to judge everything.
In the past, we got the Page of Wands, the most creative outlet, the most creative out of all the pages. I would think also possibly the most mischievous one at that, out of all the pages. But yes, I mean, I think he had a little in his past. He may have had a little bit of that mischievous side of him, where he didn't always was the popular man that said the best things, but then again nobody else is either. I mean, his past has been called into question so many different times, especially like when it came to how Kamala Harris and him had acted in the very beginning prior to all this. She couldn't stand the man. She probably still can't stand the man, but you'll never know why. Guess what? Because they work well together, or because she doesn't have any other choice but to work with a man. So we're moving on. In the future, I still see the Pentacles are coming up, but this is the Ten of Pentacles. So he's basically going to do everything and anything he can do, what Congress will allow him to do, the Senate, the House, all of the people, as long as it's legal, he's going to do whatever he can, okay? And it's true with most presidents. They're only going to do what they can do during the term they're given and what they're able to do. I know we talked bad about Trump. Most people do. It was a stalemate in the House and the Senate. Congress couldn't really pass or do anything because everybody was bickering and bitching at each other. So again, a president can only do what he can do with that, what Congress will let him do. Now let's see what else we got here. I do feel like he feels it has the weight of the world on him, the judgment of others with the Nine of Swords. He wishes he can do more, but this also can reflect his declining health as well with the Nine of Swords. Let's see. I think as much as he tries and as he may and tries to inspire people, he's not gonna. I don't know how to read this Tower moment for him. Either it's going to be a spiritual awakening, or things are not going to go as planned, or things are not going to be what we've expected. It may brew something else. I don't know, but maybe I do know.
Maybe him taking down Putin in the end.
It might. I don't know. I'll have to ask for clarifiers with that one.
Yeah, I'd clarify that one.
I'm gonna go. Also got the Hangman here too. So this is another kind of like I don't know what's going on with this. So we'll clarify that one. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. And then the last card, the future. Everybody's coming together, kumbaya. And I mean, again, everything is going to be fine in the end, as most things are. Fate has a funny way of making things end right. So the only two cards in question I have are the Hangman and the Tower moment here. Either this is holding people accountable, or a sacrifice has to be made at some, which leads to this, or after the fact. I don't know. This could be a sacrifice that needs to be made, or people need to be held accountable, or they need to stand by their convictions. I really don't know. It's somewhere in that echelon of that hoopla of.
Did the Hangman come after the Tower?
Yeah, the Hangman came after the Tower.
I always see the Hangman personally as like looking at new perspectives. Does that work?
Or a new way of doing things that leads to kumbaya. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. I'm most curious about that tower. What's that tower representing? But both running on clarifiers on both.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get the Light Seers deck because that's the most positive deck I have. The most. Okay, well, Light Seers. Okay, can you show me 3 cards representing the meaning behind the Hangman and the Tower? Just 3. Just 3. Only 3. Shuffle one more time for good measure. Okay. 3 cards. Oop, that one wanted to fall. Oop, that one wanted to fall out. I had 2 jumpers.
They wanted to speak.
No, none of those. One
I
more.
usually read my jumpers.
One more. Okay. So, what does this tower and this hangman represent? Partnerships, contracts, making connections. I have the lovers here. So this has to be about contracts, commitments, partnerships, legal bindings, contract. It has to be something that's into question or bringing things into resolution. I also get the 5 of swords. So there's tensions and confusion, moments of being burnt out along with this. And it's a time of being frugal and keeping things close to you. So I feel like if any of this, what it means is keep your friends close, but your enemies near. If that means anything. Yeah. What'd you get, Cappy?
Well, my cards come out very different than yours. That's not unusual.
That's not unusual.
It's funny. Sometimes our cards read right along with each other. Sometimes our cards tell the beginnings and ends. I don't know. It's always funny how our cards, but somehow they always make sense together. First of all, I get the 6 of Pentacles, and I see this as he's just in the beginning. This is the start of the contributions, more to come. And I'm thinking the sanctions and all that. He's trickling things out in patterns. He doesn't want to throw everything out at once. Everybody thinks, oh, he just needs to do the most. But no. If he used every tool in the toolbox, that friend has no more tools. So he's trickling the tools out to make the most impact, bit by bit by bit, until they chokehold him. Okay. He's not the fool. He's taking a leap of faith. He's putting his faith not only in the United States, but in the NATO countries coming together. And I see the stars shining on NATO, not just Joe Biden, but Joe Biden's place, working with all the NATO allied countries to make this work, because this is followed by the magician card. I don't think Biden's necessarily the only magician. I think this is the magic of the NATO powers working together, and Biden being part of that, and bringing America back up in good standing with NATO to bring strength and opportunity and negotiate what needs to be done, because the ultimate goal is death to Putin. Death to Putin's actions, not necessarily an assassination death, but death to his ability to chokehold him, to keep him from achieving the goals. My underlying cards in the deck was Joe Biden's currently working as a page of cups. He's working from an emotional level. We don't want our country taken over. We don't want any country taken over. So he's delivering the message of the United States standing on this. And back to that 6 of Cups again, that nostalgia card. Our allied countries all pulling together for the betterment of the world, to keep world peace. He's rising into a high priestess position, and this is that high priestess position. He's getting recognition for the United States, backing good standing with NATO and the UN. And this is making him King of Pentacles. It's giving him the strength back to our nation to get resolved. So I'm seeing this is a good outcome for him. Is he doing all the right things? I think he's trying. He has got, remember, this is not the only thing on his plate. He is the president. He's not an emperor. He can't just sign off and say, this is what I want. Unlike other prior leaders, he doesn't take an emperor position. He takes a, how can we all work together to achieve the best possible goal for everybody? Our country, all your countries, and the people of Ukraine. It doesn't matter what he does, he's going to be judged. And he is always going to get negative backlash because there is a 30% of this population that are major Trumpsters that are never going to be happy with anything he does. But then I don't understand why they are still supporting Trump after he got on the world stage and started going, oh, what a genius position Putin is. Got me. That's where I stand with that. We do have a question from Jeannie that's non-political, and she's wanting to know if we have any insight on what caused the person she's been chatting with for a while to drop off out of contact. You have to throw on that. I'm hearing their life is really busy. Don't know what that means. I take it this is a friend relationship, not a love relationship. Hey, Debsy. Nice to see you back. How's desert weather in Apple Valley doing? Are you guys freezing there too? I know it can get pretty cold in the high desert. Yes, Jeannie, you are a moderator, you had asked. Hey, Kathy J. Lightworker, how are you doing tonight? Oh, you gotta go. I didn't even see
I feel
you.
like this person you're talking to is going. It has a moment with this Four of Pentacles right here, like to go within. I don't know if they're tied up right now, but the locks are sealed on this door, these French doors. You're not getting through. So either they're closed for business or they're being standoff about something and not want to communicate something with you right now. I don't know. Let's see. I also get the Empress opposing it. So is this person taking care of a mother or a family member that they see as a caregiver? Or is this person themselves pregnant and they are dealing with some issues? Either way, that would make sense why that person's being kind of just dropped off the face of earth, because their plate's probably full right now and they don't have any personal time for themselves. I do feel like right now this person is possibly under a lot of stress and high in demand, because I got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is telling me that this person is very much like burnt out, stressed out, and possibly not in a good place. On the surface, things are going to be that's on the surface, but I also get they're aspiring to have new opportunities with getting their health back in check, getting their career back in alignment, looking for the prospects of coming into money, having that job, and having that balance with friends again, getting their life back. I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles getting their shit back to squared away again, finding that sweet spot. In the past, I feel like this person was connected with other people, always going out, keeping true to their word. With the Lover's card, right? So I see this person just out there, always keeping dates, keeping appointments, hanging out. But right now, there's something going on because I have the Three of Swords. This person's not, I don't know if they're grieving now over a lost loved one, a mother, a caregiver, somebody that's either a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, someone that this person really cares about. Either they're grieving the loss. Again, this is a partnership. Things are together. So this could be a parent, a loved one, a caregiver, something on that level with the Three of Swords, seeing all this, I feel like it's probably a loved one they're taking care of or grieving or mourning because possibly there's something, they're faced with something that may be terminal. Yes, I got the Five of Swords. So again, this is another conflict card. Five is a conflict number. So I definitely feel like this is Five of Swords is something typically, I would say in the family. Usually the wands are, but I would say this Five of Swords is complications.
Oh, I got Five of Wands, yeah.
But I'm reading, but see, for some reason I feel like it's a Five of Wands, not a Five of Swords. But it feels like complications there. Obligations, complications to reality. Let's see. That's the near future, just that turmoil. I do find that in all the grand scheme of things, this person is like, I feel like this is a caregiver. Like this person is just doing what they think is right, seeing the overall. It's like I'm not doing it for anything, but I'm doing it for family, for love. I got the star. It's like they're trying to bring that peace, like coming to that full circle, that cleansing. I also have the, let's see. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the Fool. So there might be a new beginning, but you do see there's roses being tossed out away. So I feel like there's a mourning going on here. I don't know how to explain. I feel like there's a grieving process going on here, a possible mourning of somebody, maybe a passing. And then I got the Five of Wands. So where there might be a grieving process to more bickering, more family fighting now. So this is weird.
I got that too.
I also have the Queen of Wands here too. So I wonder if this Empress, not this, I wonder if she is the Queen of Wands. A matriarch.
You have the Queen of Cups, which would also be a matriarch card.
What are you getting, Kathy? I'm getting a lot of. I feel like
I'm getting. It's really weird because my reading started out with this infighting, and it is exactly what I thought when I saw this Five of Cups. This is something going on with the family. They're fighting, and I'm not feeling like it's financial fight or fighting amongst themselves. I'm feeling like illness is behind this, or somebody's gravely ill. Somebody's suddenly came on sick. I get the the Empress also was another card that we both drew, and I'm feeling like this is somebody very important for the family. Somebody that's held highly in a high position. And it's an extreme burden on your friend. This person, I'm also feeling that's coming in. It's not normally the feeling like somebody's ready to cross over. Not usually the feeling I get with the Six of Wands. But a Six of Wands is something coming from love water to calmer beginning, to calmer waters. And when I pulled this card, I felt like a crossing was the word I heard with this card. So I don't know if somebody becomes suddenly ill and they're part of a major caretaker or not. But then, that matriarch card, so it's this emperor, this matriarch, this emotional person, somebody very close to them. that they have a very emotional side. So I threw clarifiers and said, "Is this family?" And what's behind this? And I felt like whatever happened so fast. Your friend would love to be able to walk away, but they can't because they have to see this through this cycle, this life cycle, this emotional cycle. This person is so important to them, and this is an obligation on their part. And it came on so swiftly, it threw them for a loop. And I'm hearing from my guide that what you can do is you can send them love, light, strength, and just let them know that if they need somebody to talk to, you don't know what's going on, but if they need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to you. That you have a shoulder for them to cry if you want to. And let them know you still care about them. I'm feeling like this person's whole life was flipped and upside down overnight, and there was nothing they did. It was blindsided. It came on so quickly, so swiftly, so suddenly that person that you were chatting with and this good friendship relationship building up was just blindsided, and life has just come to a screeching halt. So that's what I'm getting out of this. And my underlying emotions, the moon, there's a lot of things going on. And back to that, I got that Five of Swords also. This is a battle. These are conflict cards, a lot of conflict cards, a lot of stress cards, a lot of fast moving cards. So yeah, I'm really feeling sad. I think our community needs to send some love and light to your friend. We don't know the name, but you know we can all just focus the energy on this reading and send out all the loving energy we possibly can to help them through this terrible time. So, yeah, I do hear an echo. I don't know why. Do you have your I'm hearing it from Dean's side. Are you running a open YouTube mic?
No.
No. It's your fault, Dean, not mine. Never be my fault.
Tisk tisk. But I did get
That was a joke, guys.
But I did get 3 5s in this, and I looked at what 3 5s. I looked it up what 3 5s would mean. It's a warning of testing times to come. Setbacks will be in your relationships. Need for step back from everyone. And lastly, but not surely, you're not going to be a millionaire. But I don't think that applies.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot going on in this person's life that I have no control of right now.
And it's almost like death crossing. I'm not necessarily getting crossing over. I just feel like there's something terminal, an illness.
Yeah.
I don't normally like saying that, but I'm gonna say it. I feel like somebody's on their deathbed.
Somebody's very, very ill. Yeah, I'm feeling illness, and it's not this person's illness. It's somebody in their family. It's somebody very important to them.
It's a matriarch. It's somebody with a high power in that family.
The aunt that held the whole family together, a grandmother, their mother, somebody that is the glue to the entirety of the family. Mine was an aunt.
Good night, Patty G.
Destroyed our family. It's like when she passed, the whole family broke up and went their separate ways. She was the one that brought everybody together. So this person is going through a lot. I'm feeling a lot of illness around them, and I think Dean's picking up on that. There's an illness or something that just suddenly happened. It's just out of the blue.
Because remember, I got the Four of Pentacles at first, and then that interpretation of Four of Pentacles is like 2 French doors with stained glass on them, and it has chains bind up so nobody's coming in. So that's telling me somebody's closed for business, somebody's in isolation. And then when I saw the Empress card on top of that, it automatically made me feel like somebody is being cared for. Somebody's like a motherly figure, an aunt, a grandmother, somebody of importance to her friend. So I'm like, ooh, okay, something's not going right here. So I don't feel something doesn't feel right.
that Four of Pentacle also, I read Pentacles when it comes to health is also a medical card, a representation of medicine, of pills, of, you know, to me, a lot of times it can have a health meaning in many of the cards, depending on how they're going out. So I don't know. Definitely will send some love and light to your friend. Intentions, we don't have to know the person's name or anything. We can send the intentions to them, and blessings to you, and you know, just send a loving email to them, or you know, if you have your email, I hope you've exchanged emails or a secondary way besides chat to talk to them.
And keep it simple. I say keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Kiss. And just be like,
I'm here.
I feel like you might be going through a difficult time right now. Just always know I'm here for you. When you're ready to talk, I'm here. Yeah. Bam. Leave it.
Short, sweet. Yeah. Love to you and blessings to you and your friends. So, and I'm feeling like there's definitely illness going on in that person's life. I can just feel it, and I think it's not COVID. It's like an age. It's something that happens suddenly. Maybe they're aging, and it's age related type onset that was, you know, could be just a heart attack or something, sudden illness, and it just boom, it happens so fast, so unexpectedly, so out of the blue. That has thrown our whole family in a tailspin, unfortunately. So, anyways. So we have been on for
an hour and a half.
47, yeah, hour and 47 minutes.
Actually, 26 minutes.
I have 5:47. We came on at 6 your time.
Yeah, but the live clock says it, we've only been on for almost 90 minutes.
I don't see the live clock because I have my chat opened up over YouTube.
Yeah, we've been on for an hour and 27 minutes, Kathy.
Okay, thank you. I'm clearly just going up. I knew I said it for 6 o'clock. We came on right about 6.
No, you said for 6:15.
Oh yeah, 6. That's right, because Dean was getting beautiful.
Yes,
he was makeup on.
But if that was true, I would do something about these.
Oh, those don't go away, dear.
They don't.
No, they get worse and they get more. And the
intense.
Smile lines are the first to go, so I give up. You know, oil of Olay, some good moisturizer around this part of your face will help it from speeding up.
I can hear my grandmother saying, "Now would be the time to put some good cold cream on your face."
Oh, somebody in the room's got to know the name of that cold cream that the women used to wear, that they would literally spatter the face white.
And they fall asleep like this.
They have to sleep like this with their, you know, their rollers and their head, you know, the bandanas net over the rollers. The rollers didn't fall out. So they could do.
And of course, they had to have that chin thing, right? That chin strap.
Deb Z to give me the name of the cold cream that I'm talking about, because I know Deb Z is only 29.
Pond's cold cream.
Pond's, yeah, it was Pond's. Thank you. It came in a white container with I think a blue or a red cap. I can't remember. I may even have some, but I use oil of Olay. It's, yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, it's I know. I look at Linda G, and she had that laser treatment done, and wow. And I'm thinking, I wish I had the money. I think it costs a couple $1,000s to have done, but wow.
I might need to start with that too. Look at this. I'm getting lines up on my forehead now.
Nose down. I'm good. My eyes look great. I don't have any wrinkles around my eyes. I'm getting a little bit of bag right here, but I can work with that. But Yeah, women in my family don't age really quick. So all this stuff is COVID related. I got all these. Well, I lost when I was in the hospital with COVID. I lost like 48 pounds in 2 months because I was so sick. And then when you're sick, my hair turned gray overnight, and I got the wrinkles around my face, and I thought it was just from the weight loss. But my weight's balanced out now. I'm a little fluffier than I was 2 years ago, but yeah, I dropped down to a size 10, and I'm back to 12, 14, back and forth between the two. So yeah, it's a lot of weight loss when you're sick, and I figured it was that. But I remember when my mom got sick the first time, she aged overnight, and then when she got sick the second time, she actually turned into an old lady, and she was 72 and looked like she was 55 until she got cancer, and the cancer just overnight aged her. And yeah, illness takes you down fast. It sucks to be old, doesn't it? All us old people in the room, all of us over the age of 29.
Hey, not 29, over the age of 50. The hell with that.
No, 40 and older, because Dean's 40 and he's on that. I mean, he's complaining about his smile lines now, so he's on the road.
See, I like being a little bit overweight because you can see my dimples. That's the only reason why I like being a little overweight.
You take the weight off, Dean, and everything's going to show more. Because your round fills it out. So
never.
Face, just lose it from the neck down. You're good.
Or we can always do what they said on Golden Girls, just lay on your back, right? Everything falls back.
Russia is now having an official hissy fit. I'm going to clap on that one. Yay, let him have a hissy fit. Get the hell out of Ukraine and go home. This is childish. Russia's space chief says he could let the International Space Station crash into the U.S. if sanctions proceed. Okay. How is he going to force it to actually drop from the sky onto the U.S.? So they got that much control over it and it hits the atmosphere? I really doubt it. It'll probably overshoot the U.S. and hit into Siberia, which would be really sort of funny if they did something like that.
That's mean.
Well, it would be mean for them to send their space station crashing onto the U.S. too.
Or they could overshot it and it hits right on their homeland. That'd be karma for you, Kathy. That'd be karma.
It hits on my homeland, or
no, it hits on there. Like they would.
Oh, the karmic, yeah. We shut it down and aim for the
Russia.
U.S. and accidentally hits Mother Russia. Yeah. Well, hopefully it hits Moscow and what is it, the Kremlin, wherever he's housed at. It's his chateau where he's hiding.
The chateau.
The chateau.
Very, very nice, Kathy. Nice chateau.
Yes, happy late birthday to Brenda. Her birthday was yesterday. And my birthday.
Not that I wish that on anybody, though.
Up on March 8th, and my good friend Sharon at Strawberry Rhubarb's birthday is March 10th. And we're all turning 29. It's our anniversary of our 29th birthdays. Yeah, I'm going to be 58, so I can't complain.
And I'm the next one to have a birthday, right? I think.
Yeah.
After you?
My husband's birthday's before yours. His is 5 days before yours.
But his doesn't count. Mine does.
Okay, well. I think he's going to turn 64 this year, so I think he would agree with you. We're just going to skip that one.
It's a little bit too even. He's only odd, right?
My husband always says he's only as old as the numbers add to. So he'll be 10 this year coming up, and trust me, yeah, a 9-year-old right now.
Hey, Karen.
Oh, Sharon Sipes' son's birthday's on March 10th too. Strawberry shortcake, strawberry rhubarb.
You can't call her that. Only I can call her that.
Well, you know what's funny? Because when I was growing up, they used to call me Strawberry Freckle Face in kindergarten, and I came home bawling because the kids were calling me Strawberry Freckle Face, and they would sing it. And I told my mom that, and she burst out in laughter. She thought it was so cute, which, you know, made it so much better for me, my mom laughing about it.
You know what I would have said? I probably would have said, what would I say? Something with cinnamon. Strawberry cinnamon. No, cinnamon. Oh, pumpkin spice. I would have called you pumpkin spice.
Okay.
With the freckles of spice, the specks of pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh, when I was young, when I was in kindergarten, I only had the little spattering on my nose.
Oh, the cute ones.
The cute ones, yeah, the adorable. My hair was about this color, very strawberry blonde, and I had just a little splattering and just a couple right here.
Just
and
a little
every
kiss.
year I got more and more, and now I'm fully sun-kissed. And now as I get older, they're fading away. And I sit outside all the time, so sometimes you can see them online, sometimes you can't. I've mostly got my darker ones they look like the little English spots, English freckles, little, and they're orange colored. They're not brown. They're
so orange. I'm still doing good. I don't have any age spots yet.
They're not age spots. No. They're definitely not age spots.
They're not age spots.
I'm on blood thinners. So I'm getting things like these broken blood vessels on my hands, which really make you look old. And I can't stop taking the blood thinners because I had all that. I can't cut back on them because I've had all that vascular surgery on my legs, and I've got blockages on my other legs. So they don't want any blood clots getting away and causing me to have another stroke. So, and I really don't want to have another stroke because I still have problems with the first 5 strokes I had. So, yeah, we don't want to go to the stroke area. Yeah, the worst one was I had a stroke. It's the one that affects my my speech and my memory. Is I had a stroke in my cerebral cortex, and it affects my my thought processes and my processing information.
You know what? Now that you mentioned that, my aunt said that after my mom had her stroke, she never recovered. She wasn't. There was something little slightly off. It wasn't. She wasn't the same person, and I never really got that. She was never the same person. She's like, well, you have to think about it. Your brain kind of shuts down and restarts again, so not everything boots up properly.
It depends on where the stroke's at. It really depends on what part of the brain the stroke's at. This one is in my cerebral cortex, which is the largest lobe of your brain. It controls motor functions, it controls vision, it controls your thought process and memory. So that's why I stumble over my words sometimes. But on top of that, I have MS, and I got the stroke star right here, and then it sort of has a little tail that runs where it's scarred. And then right at the end of that stroke scar, that's on the stroke scar, I have a MS lesion that has blown up 5 times that hasn't burnt out yet. So it's that neuron works still, but it hiccups a lot, and that's
so it's basically like an active volcano.
Yeah, it's like and if I'm under any stress, it triggers that MS scar, which triggers the stroke impact. So I lose my concentration. I interrupt people. It's something I do periodically. It's usually when I'm under stress that I get a thought, and I try to always write my thoughts down, but when that's going on, I don't always remember to get it on paper, and I end up interrupting people, and it's really sort of rude, but I don't do it I try not to do it. I really try to watch myself interrupting people because I'm aware of it, but sometimes I have no control, and I always warn people, I do this, please forgive me, and call me on it, say something, so I become aware I'm doing it if I'm doing it without realizing it. But then I also search for words, or I'll get a word that's similar but not quite right. And I know Debbie Freebird's had a stroke too, and she loses her words also. We had fun working together back in the day. She would lose a word and I could find her words and she could find my missing words. And so we'd finish each other's sentences sometimes, which was really sort of funny. We laughed about it when we were reading together because we both do it. And MS does that anyways. I get what they call cog fog, which is a cognitive block. And but it's usually when I'm under a lot of stress or I've been really sick or I'm really worried about something, like after my husband's back surgery, and he fell out of bed right after, like 3 days after surgery, it was the day after we got home. And he weighs 215 pounds at the time. I don't have enough strength in my body to lift him by myself. And he wouldn't let me call an ambulance to get help. And he's got stitches in his back. He can hardly move. He's not supposed to be falling, What it is he sat up and he slipped off the edge of the bed. He just slid. Scared me to death. And I about lost it. And thank God for good friends, because I was on the phone crying to Sharon. What do I do? What do I do? I'm just going to drop him up at the hospital. They can have him back. I can't do this, And we made it through it. And he's doing really good now. But, it scared me. And nothing's worse than fearing that your spouse is going to get injured more. And there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have the strength to help them. So it was a rough time, but I'm doing much better now. So, and then I go back on my birthday to my vascular surgeon. We're going to be talking about that second surgery. And
how's that going to go?
Well, you and I were reading on that the other day, and it's sort of an option for me. And I've talked to my various doctors and neurologists, and I think I'm gonna option to have it, mostly because I have a fear of injuring my leg because I have no circulation. So if I injure my leg, I step on something, I could end up losing my leg to gangrene if it doesn't heal properly. Because I cut myself shaving once, and it took 3 months for the little cut on the side of my leg to heal, which is a ridiculous amount of time because I don't have good circulation. I have 2 major blockages in the major veins going into my thigh, and 1 blockage in my pelvic where the blood goes to the leg. So the other side wasn't as bad. They fixed the good side first, but this one is going to be literally a transplant of the veins. So it's going to be an open surgery. I'm going to be in the hospital for a minimum of a week or longer if all goes well. And we had sort of a complication reading come out when we read on it. So, but I think option wise, it's going to save my, it's going to keep me out of a wheelchair because of my MS and all that. I have a high risk for falling. If I break that hip or anything, I could end up in a wheelchair and not healing right. So I've got a lot. I have had some pretty severe falls over the last 5 years since I've retired, and I really don't want to go there. I want to stay as healthy as possible. I eat good. I exercise. I practice yoga. I do a lot of strength building in my arms, my legs, my core to keep my balance in check. I do everything I possibly can to stay healthy. My goal is to beat this, not to give into it. I'm not going to sit down in a wheelchair and give up with life. I am just not that person. So that's all I can do. So anyways, I'll discuss it with my doctor. I will let people know and let people know when and if I get scheduled for surgery. I know I will come out on the good end at the end. I think it's the right choice. That's the one thing I do know is whatever I choose is going to be right for me. We'll see. Have we lost everybody in the room on that note? I hope.
Well, yes, on that note, Kathy.
Wow. I usually don't talk about these kind of things online too much because I'm not that will be me person, but I feel good about it. I have a great support system. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm amazed at the number of people I run into that have MS. I'm absolutely amazed at how many people do have MS. And it's different for everybody. I'm very fortunate because I have 9 brain lesions, and my doctors are dumbfounded why I'm not in a wheelchair, actually, because of where the only place I don't have one in my brain. I have one in each region of my brain. I don't have the one on the optic nerve. I've never lost my vision because of my optic nerve being impacted and that's usually one of the most dominant ones is blindness, from what I hear. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very afraid of the dark, so blindness isn't an option either.
I'm not afraid of the dark. I just don't like what lurks behind around the corner. I can't.
I can walk through my entire house without turning a light on because I have night lights that illuminate every room well enough that I can see the shadows. And I've seen ghosts since I was a child, so it's a ghost thing. And I know the ghost can't hurt me, but I also
the thought of them being there.
I also want to be able to see if there's a stranger in the house, the stranger danger. And I used to be legally blind before I had cataract surgery. And I had astigmatism so bad that if I didn't have my glasses, I literally couldn't make out figures. I was that blind. Now I have whole center vision. I can go any place in the house without my glasses on. I just can't read a book. I have like a 250 plus bifocal. And since I read a lot and I'm on the computer a lot, I tend to wear my glasses all the time, and I wear my glasses forever. But I actually see better, like watching TV and stuff like that. I have to take them off because the screen's clearer and bigger and better. So, but yeah, but I don't know. I'm just
no, I'm not afraid. It's just no. See, Debsy, I'm not afraid. I know you're joking, but I'm not afraid. It's just
thank you.
I don't like the energy that lurks around corners. I don't, without knowing. I mean, my God, Kathy played somebody on YouTube last night and almost sent me through a panic attack just by hearing that man's voice.
We're not going to say who it was because I really like the person. He's a really, really good reader, but just the sound of his voice is going. He's screaming at me, "Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!" He was literally panicking. I'm like, really? So I warned him, well, so and so has this person on regularly. So
yeah, I don't know what it was. Like I said, I don't really. It's especially when
I think it was the tone of his voice. It just hit you so wrong, and
nothing's ever really affected me like that before.
Yeah, I've never seen me do that before. Looking at the Costco ads, my husband just handed me the mail.
So it's like shopping in a catalog again. The good old Sears Roebuck catalog.
No, Costco has pretty good prices on laptops.
Ooh. That's worth the membership to Costco, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I spend way too much money at Costco. In fact, last year I didn't even have to pay for my membership because I spent so much they gave me change back from my I'm a gold card member, and
look at you, gold card member. My membership,
and I got cash back to spend at Costco towards my purchase. Wow.
Ooh, that's always nice.
I wish I could afford their jewelry.
Well, to have beautiful jewelry there?
God, yeah. Really high quality stones, especially their diamonds. Of course, you have to.
Ooh, they have
You have to
furniture
sell
there
your,
too. Nice.
you have to sell your firstborn to get the diamond. But they
Kathy,
can
we
have
don't
my
talk about
firstborn
such
now that she's
things.
raised. They can have her. Yeah, they carry really beautiful jewelry there, and I like jewelry, but it's not in my price range.
Was it too bougie?
I remember my husband gave me my cross, this beautiful cross I wear, because when he gave it to me, he said, I got you jewelry. I had it custom made. He had this made for me. I don't know if everybody can see, but
Nice.
it has a carat and a half of diamonds around it. And what he did is he liked the cross, but it wasn't poofy enough for him. So he had the 5 diamonds, the 4 around the cross, and then the pendant, the loop changed out, and he had the diamonds added to it.
Oh.
And then it had a really fine chain. Well, my husband is a plumber, and he's got very big hands. So he had this really, really nice chain put on it. And I had it appraised a couple of years ago when the price of gold was going through the ceiling, and it was appraised over $3,000. I know he didn't pay that for it, but just the gold weight alone between the chain and the gems in it appraised it out at $3,000. Probably isn't worth that much now. It's more sentimental to me than $3,000 ever would be, but I go no place without it. It's just part of me. But he gave it to me because he said, for some reason, I just seem like a very spiritual person, even though I never went to church or anything like that. And because they had not got it finished for Christmas, he told me he got me jewelry, but it's not an engagement ring, so don't get too excited.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Well, I wasn't expecting the first thing we said to each other. The first thing he said to me on our second or third date was, if you're looking for a husband, you're knocking on the wrong door. And I went, I'm been a single mom for 20 years, and my daughter's off in college now. What would make you think I needed a husband for? I can take care of myself. And it was like, and what famous last words of two permanently single people. One day my mom said to us about 5 years later, she said, I don't know why you guys just don't get married. You get some really good tax breaks out of it and stuff. And you guys would both be better off. You act like an old married couple anyways. And we looked at each other and said, well, what do you think? And we went, okay. That was the proposal. Big proposal. Mom's suggestion.
Ooh, they have some nice lamps there.
So what are you looking at, Costco?
Yeah, I don't have a membership.
I have some nice furniture there. Yeah, especially if you're looking online.
I'm looking online because I don't have an ad.
Better than, and if people that like are Costco members and like their clothing, if you order online, you get a 10% discount.
Nice.
So the more you order, the better the price, and you get a lot better discount, and it's guaranteed to have it. Some things they run out of. So, because it'll come out of their warehouse. I found that out because they ran out of a dress I wanted. And, yeah, I dress out of Costco, to tell you the truth. Of course, I wear nothing but yoga clothes. I was actually doing laundry this morning and put clothes away, and I found this beautiful blouse. You guys have not seen me wear before, because this came out of my work clothes, and it was in one of my drawers, pushed in the back. And I went, what is that? Because I saw the red, and I rarely wear red, and it's one of the few things that has red in it. And I went, oh, I love that top. I used to wear it with the mini skirt, a little thinner when I was working. A little mini skirt, black mini skirt, and a blazer. Now I'm doing the sweater and black yoga pants. It plays it up, plays it down. But I forgot how much I love this top. And it's so comfortable. And I rarely wear red, so you guys get to see me in red.
I don't
Usually
like wearing red.
I wear like very, very burnt red, almost a mahogany type red or a brick red, because usually makes me look like I'm blowing a gasket.
Yeah, I never have, and I don't. Red's not one of the colors I would wear.
Yeah, isn't it funny some of our proposal stories when it comes right down to how it happened? I mean, my daughter lived in New York with her husband, and he took her out to a bougie restaurant. Of course, he went to one of the had her ring custom made and dropped a small dime on it, and then took her to a bougie restaurant, had her engagement ring served in a glass of champagne. The whole, got down on his knees with a big introduction, and the whole restaurant applauded him afterwards. It was quite fancy. A couple $100, reservation only type restaurant in New York. Fancy. Manhattan. Yeah. Mr. Fancy. Yeah, well, he comes from a really well off family, but it's not that they triple
Privileged.
down, but no, he's not a silver spooner, but he's not poor either. Upper middle class. Snobby. We're those people.
The aristocratic snobs.
Honestly, I don't know what my daughter said to them about us, but I think they were expecting us to show up in our overalls with straw in our teeth. To tell you the truth, they were surprised that we were both educated, and of course, my husband was a plumber, so he was blue collar. And I looked at his dad and I said, he makes $400,000 a year, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know plumbers made that much." I said, "Well, didn't you just have the plumbing redone into your house on Long Island? What did that set you back?" He goes, "Oh, that was expensive." I said, "My husband owns the company. He's a partner in the company. Hello." He just retired. He just sold out his partnership. Hello. So, yeah, we're not that well off. We're not anything close to the 400,000. He was making really good money when we got together.
Oh my God, we gotta talk. We gotta talk when we get off.
Oh, we'll do. So, anyways, we need to get off because it's 6:00 here, and we started at 6:00 Dean's time, and he's 2 hours ahead. So we've been on for 2
get away.
hours.
You need to go to sleep.
Dean doesn't got school tomorrow, according to our reading tonight. He's going to have snow day, but he has to go online teaching and meetings because they like to do meetings.
And that's only what the pendulum's leading up right now. I think, is this official or is it subject to change? And it's like,
has this changed yet? Has the weather conditions for Dean changed, and will he have to go to school tomorrow? I'm still getting a giant no, a nice strong no, Dean. No school tomorrow. Online teaching, yes. Yay.
Remember, last time we read on this, it did happen, which led me to believe it was a last-minute decision.
Remember last time it wobbled before it finally gave us the answer, and they changed it very last minute before you barely had time to get to work. You didn't get a 3-hour advance notice.
Anyways, thank you everybody for stopping by, and we hope you had a great time and enjoyed it. We will see you next time.
We will see you for sure on Sunday and probably Friday and Saturday too. Well, tomorrow you have Coffee Talk.
Yep.
You and Trina have Coffee Talk. Friday. I don't always join them on Coffee Talk. It's been a while since I've been on Coffee Talk with you guys, but I will talk to you later, and I'll be in the audience at Coffee Talk. I love watching it, and Trina's wonderful, and we will see you tomorrow, Dina's gonna be on tomorrow. I will, if I have another nightmarish war dream, I'll be on tomorrow, and we'll be back on Sunday together for sure. So
Yeah.
Love you all. Thank you for
Bye,
joining us. Bye.